Sunday, two-a-day, debut, gonna kick the Rams' ass.
I don't like when.
You know what? I'm feeling great about this. Everybody feels like they're bailing on us. The national media hates Miami. This is exactly where we want to be. This is where we're used to being. This here is our nest. Our nest here is built on a nest of hate and jealousy. And so yesterday, you know what was the cherry on top? Was Colin Cowherd bailing on Tua, one of the only national pundits out there who's been Team Tua the entire time. Put him up there with Chris Sims. Put him up there with Orlovsky. Put him up there with Mina Kimes. All these people just waiting for our downfall, Leroy. Same thing happened with the Heat. Right where we want them.
Is there like a little sailboat and people just keep getting on that sailboat to sail the hell out of South Florida?
Toodles. Good. Get out of here. Good.
Hey, Mickey, what are you doing?
Toodles. I'm good. I'm happy. I can't wait. This just reeks of Tua's going to go and ball out. It just does. When everybody, and by the way,
here,
once you're off, you're off. Because that ship takes a one-way ticket to hell.
Can I just? I don't. This is not me being Debbie Downer. This is not me being Leroy Raincloud, right? This is not me being Hurricane Leroy. Okay. It's his first start. Like, don't put stuff out there where you're making it sound like you're going to be a Hall of Famer in his first game.
It's not about Hall of Fame.
But you're setting these expectations up so high that there's your expectations and the reality of playing your first game at that position.
There's only two.
It just is.
There's only one expectation, Leroy. Only one stat that matters, and that's the W. That's the W.
Okay.
To go out there and to get the win.
Okay.
Now. Just so we're clear.
You didn't say the Dolphins were going to go out and win. You said Tua was going to ball out.
He is going to ball out because he's going to lead the team.
Let me put this in perspective.
Just so you know, there's two ways that you can win this game, okay? There's two true wins. One, you win. Or two, Tua wins, which is they lose, but he still balls out.
Here. Let's think of it this way. And let's put this in perspective. Brady's first year, they won in spite of him. Big Ben's first year, they won the Super Bowl in spite of him.
Yep.
They ended up being great. But that first year, they look like rookie quarterbacks. So let's not. I mean, but you want to know something? Who's had the most successful rookie career?
You want to know something?
Marino?
Probably.
Right.
But you want to know something? There's a big difference in what Tua's about to walk into, all right, which is a playoff race, and what Burrow gets to do and what Herbert gets to do. All right,
they play catch up.
Those guys get to go in there, and everything they do is gravy. All right. Tua's already coming in here. People are mad because they have a mascot old man as quarterback, and everybody loves Fitz magic. And we feel so sorry for him. Tua has to go out there and not only perform, but help his team keep competing because everybody's like, I can't believe they benched Fitzpatrick, which is a different place to live in. There's a different lane to live in. So, for example, two different worlds, Leroy. Tyler Hero lives in a different world than Devin Booker or Trae Young, where they get to go out there willy-nilly and throw up their 70-point games. But what have they done to help their teams win? What have they done? Big Devin Booker. What has he done? Nothing. He gets to go be a stat stuffer. So Joe Burrow, he gets to go out there and be a stat stuffer. Justin Herbert, he gets to go out there and throw the ball willy-nilly. And yeah, you'll get a win against the Jags every now and then. But when it comes down to brass tacks, if you have to face Aaron Donald, what's going to happen? And so what we're going to talk about here is a difference in just showing up and putting up numbers, Leroy, and showing up and giving your team W's.
Okay, but in order for the Dolphins to win, Tua doesn't have to do what Burrow and Justin Herbert have been doing. So don't, at the end of the day, look at the numbers and then criticize or critique what he did.
I'm going out there and I'm gonna go craft and see how it led to a win. how is he going to go out there and change and change this team, take them to the next level? Because that's the thing. Everybody thinks that Brian Flores is a quack. That he goes out there, oh, you're gonna go off Fitzpatrick.
Nobody thinks that.
Oh, they do. They do. That's what they said. All right.
In fact, because of the equity that he's built with what he's done since he's been here, more people were inclined to side with him.
No, they weren't.
Yes, they were.
No, they weren't. No, they weren't. Everybody out here was sitting, oh, poor Fitzpatrick. Oh, I feel so sorry for him. They were. They were all boo-hooing and feeling bad for the old man because he has a beard.
Can I ask you, this is a question. Don't go all silly sauce on me.
Okay, I promise.
No, you don't. I can tell you're lying already. Is it possible to feel sorry for Fitz but still trust what Flores is doing?
Who feels sorry for somebody when they knew something was going to happen?
No. Look, even though you knew it was going to happen.
Let me ask you something. Can I ask you something?
Let's say this here.
Leroy.
Let's put it this way.
Leroy.
This is a unique situation
Here's
in
the thing.
that the guy put up 40 plus points or 60 plus points his last two games.
Do you feel bad for the coyote when he runs through the tunnel that he painted on a brick wall? You know it's coming every time. Every time. So he sits. Every time you sit here and you're like, oh man, he fell off the cliff that time. Somehow the Roadrunner was able to run over the cliff and he doesn't fall down. But the coyote, he tries that and he falls. Am I supposed to feel sorry for Fitzpatrick? Am I? No.
Again,
this is what I wanted.
The look of when he was replaced is unique in that usually quarterbacks are changed when they're playing poorly. But what I'm saying is, can you feel bad that Fitzpatrick lost his job in the way that he did while still agreeing with what Flores is doing? Right? Like if you trust what Brian Flores has done, right? Then you have to acknowledge that, okay, I'm with you on this change, even though you feel bad that Fitz lost his job after playing well the last two games.
You know what I would have felt bad? I would have felt bad for him if he didn't tell me how bad I should feel for him. You know, it's like these people who go out there on Facebook and they write these manifestos about how bad their life is. It's like I would have felt a lot worse for you if you didn't tell me. I would have. I would have. Like he goes out there and he has himself a little pity party, and I'm like, all right, man. You know, don't rain on my parade.
Here's what you're making Fitzpatrick. This is what South Florida looks at Fitzpatrick is. What about every time Charlie Brown kicks the football and is pulled right before he kicks it?
Am I supposed to feel bad for Charlie? Hey, Chuck, don't kick the ball. There he goes.
He starts off by saying, I'm not going to do it.
Not
right?
going to do it. Fitzpatrick, this is going to be the one. No, it's not. Guess what? No, it's not. And so I'm not going to allow that to ruin my party.
You didn't answer my question. Can you feel bad for Fitz losing his job that way, but no, believe enough in Brian Flores to think that the guy's making the right decision, that you're okay with the decision that he made?
I believe in Brian Flores. I'm not one of these charlatans out here who thinks that he's throwing Tua into the situation. Like his career, and he's smart enough to know this as a coach. His career is going to probably be based on how good Tua Tagovailoa is at quarterback. That's just how it works. He's not a dummy.
Right. Okay.
Chris Greer too, especially if Justin Herbert ends up being better. So what are we doing? We're going to sit here spinning our wheels. Why? Because Fitzpatrick would have put up a valiant effort against the Rams and would have maybe won 17-14? No thanks. No thanks. Pointless win. It's time to win games that are meaningful, Leroy. No more pointless wins.
When is a win pointless?
There are pointless wins in life.
They're 3-3. None of those 3 wins were pointless.
Beating the Jets with Ryan Fitzpatrick is pointless.
No, it's a win, though.
Nah.
All right. Miami sports fans don't like to be liked. We're enjoying the hate, especially from Leroy. How am I a hater? I don't understand. Do you feel sorry for Bledsoe too? No, it's not. What is the word? sympathize. How about that? Like, do you sympathize for a guy losing his job the way he did?
I did until he told me how to feel bad. Like he rubbed my nose in it.
Who cares? You either do or you don't.
No, that's not true. There's a certain level you can have, and then when you try and tell me to feel worse, I'm like, no thanks.
Why was he telling you to feel worse? Because he felt bad?
My heart was broken. My heart was broken. I felt like it was my team. All right, go, dude. Do some arithmetic. You'll feel better.
Really?
Yeah, sorry, Harvard boy.
Wow. You
stole Tua's shine, and now he's going to take it back.
What did he steal?
Should have been Tua's week last week, and he was greedy, and he put up there a boo-hoo party, and it was the wrong move. It was a selfish maneuver from a veteran, who an alleged locker room leader. And so now, and the other thing is, you had all these people, these quacks like Matt Hasselbeck, who's out there saying, this is clearly going to cause a rift in the locker room. Nah, it didn't, Hasselbeck. You want to know why? Because sometimes you got to move on. Just like when the Seahawks moved on from you to Russell Wilson. And they won the Super Bowl, all right? Because Russell Wilson wasn't a dum-dum and didn't tell somebody, we're going to get the ball, we're going to score, and then you throw a pick six.
Oh, somebody said, isn't the issue that Flo wasn't up front with Fitz about his plans? No, he was. Everybody knew what the situation was. The only thing that changed is, and this is what I can take out of this situation, is that the bye week was supposed to happen in week 11. And it happened sooner. And so they still went with the change after the bye week. But even if that's all true, very rarely do you have a quarterback replaced after playing the way Fitz has the last 2 weeks. So I can understand how it caught everybody off guard. It doesn't mean that I don't trust that they're making the right decision. It just means that, to me, it was awkward the way it all played out. That's it. Am I upset that Fitz felt terrible and bad and was having a pity party? No, I don't. Am I happy for Tua? Sure. Like, I'm more than sure that in the conversations from that point till now, Fitz has been totally and supportive of what Tua is trying to do. So I don't think it's a problem at all. It's just a rare situation. It doesn't normally happen like that. It normally happens when a guy's playing poorly. That's it. Did I clarify everything?
Text writes in, Yo, Tobin, you are the Trump of South Florida sports. I love the Dolphins, but bro, you're to the extreme. Baby steps with the expectations.
I keep telling him that. He thinks he's gonna win. He thinks he's gonna get a gold jacket after the game with the Rams.
We're gonna be the greatest, the best team.
You're responsible for bringing sports back to South Florida?
Old Ryan Fitzpatrick, boo-hoo, crying.
Don't forget to do the finger thing.
Boo-hoo, little crying. Get him a towel. Let's get him a towel. We're going to win. We're going to win with Tua. We're going to make quarterbacks great. Again.
I think the over-under on Tua is 225.
That's it?
Yeah.
Over.
Over-under touchdowns is 1.5.
Over.
I can't.
What? He can't get 2 touchdowns? That's that crazy? Does that count if he rushes one in?
Yeah. Or I don't know if it's 2 passing touchdowns.
What's over under on picks?
Probably 1.5. I'm trying to think, man, because dealing with you your expectations like are so unrealistic, right? That we need to get you down to a little bit closer to reality.
Why?
Because you have to, like,
It's
what
fun
you
one.
want and what you expect can be different, but at some point reality has to set in.
Nah,
Like, you're asking Tua to be something that you're asking Tua to be like, okay, you give me Tua's numbers. What do you think would be acceptable for Tua?
All right, glad you asked.
See, I could already tell. Like, here we go.
I'm gonna go.
Cue the music. Cue J Balvin.
I'm gonna go 21 of 27 for 330. I'm gonna go 3 touchdowns, 1 pick.
So he's gonna average 15 yards of completion,
Yeah, something like that.
10 yards per attempt.
Yeah, is that good? Too much? What do you think he's gonna
A
do?
wee bit.
What do you think he's gonna do?
I'd say like 20 of 35, 260, a touchdown, a pick.
That's it?
Yeah, I mean, it's the first game, dude. Okay, here, pull up. Hold on.
Look outside. Oh yeah, it's raining. I feel like you're upset with this.
I think it's a little. I mean,
A little
I think
much.
Cam,
But I feel like yours is a little bit too. Like if I were to compare your debut, like maybe mine is like a little too spicy. But if I were to say yours is kind of like a mayonnaise sandwich. Like it's just a little too plain, dude. Like can you throw like a piece of lettuce on there? Like really like middle of the road throwing, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Like you can't either go 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions or 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Like you went as even Steven as it gets.
What was Dan Marino's first game?
Ooh, good question. Good question. Dan Marino. It was against the Buffalo Bills, Leroy.
Uh-huh.
And his first start, he was 19 of 29, 322 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 picks.
Okay. And that's Dan Marino.
Dan Marino. Yeah, he's good that year.
So you're saying Tua's going to be better than that?
Yep. A different day and age. I mean, it was the 80s. You know, I'm not slandering Dan Marino.
Which made it even harder to throw for that many yards.
I know. Which, you know, so I'm not saying things that are that crazy.
Yes, you are.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so. That Dan Marino, they're good rookie year. Oh, Dan Marino.
Didn't he throw for 5,000 yards this rookie year?
He threw in his rookie year for 2,000 yards. His second year, he threw for over 5,000.
Okay, because he didn't start the whole year. Okay.
No.
All righty.
He started 9 games his rookie year.
All right, gotcha.
The year he was full-time starter, 5,084 yards, 48 touchdowns.
All right.
Jesus.
Gotcha.
I'm not saying that though. I didn't say he was gonna. You know, I didn't put those numbers on Tua. Why are you getting crazy with me?
You did put those numbers on Tua.
Nah, for his first game though, and 1 fewer pick, and just a few little more yards.
So you're saying Tua's going to have a better debut than Dan Marino?
Just a little bit more of a debut than Dan Marino. Just a little bit.
And you don't think maybe?
I don't think that's that crazy. I don't think that's not that crazy.
You are the worst. Like, you can't, like... Are you like this with everything?
Just a couple more yards, 1 less pick. It's a little better. Just a little better than Dan Marino.
Oh, you are giving him, the Hall of Famer. You're giving him a little bit of...
Right. And if we're going to, if we score for inflation, I mean, maybe Tua would have had to have a 400. So I'm not making it... maybe I'd look back at it historically and say, Dan's debut was better. But factually, the numbers being the numbers, I'm saying Tua a little better than Dan Marino.
Right.
Too much?
Yes. It'd probably be one of, 5 quarterbacks in the history of the NFL to debut with 300-plus yards?
Well, we saw that. I mean, there's only been I think RG3 is the only one to do it, or the last one to do it in a win.
Right, but I'm just saying.
Dan Marino didn't win that game, by the way. They lost in overtime.
Right. And Cam Newton threw 400. They didn't win.
But this is what I was going back to when I said a win is a win. Like, Tua goes and gets that performance, even if they don't beat the Rams, that's a win. That's a win. Like, we're going to be sitting here.
I don't know when to use the score in these games or not.
I'll be the arbiter of that. Trust me. You'll know. You just ask old Tobes. I'm going to tell you.
You're going to be the arbiter if the score. I'm
going to be I'm going to be the arbiter of whether or not you should be happy with Sunday's result. Okay? Don't ask me anymore. Everybody, just so we know. Don't ask me anymore, did the Dolphins win or lose? Just ask me, Tobes, what was the result of this game? And if Tua had a big night or Tua had a big day and the Dolphins lost, that's okay. We still won.
But you know what that is? If what happens, if what you say happens, then that's Matthew Stafford.
No. See, this is where you're wrong, okay? I'm going to be able to tell whether they're garbage stats or real stats. I can tell. So you just ask me what the result is. Because if I say, hey, let's say Dolphins got their ass kicked this past week, you know? Let's say they lose 35-10. And Tua was behind the whole time, and he puts up a 400. But, you know, they
there's no way. If they lose 35-10, but he comes in throwing for 400 yards, there is no way you come in here with anything other than, I told you.
Nope, not true. Not true. I'll be able to be the arbiter. I'm not going to be silly sauce.
You can't be the arbiter.
I'm going to be the arbiter.
You're
I'm going to be the
always
arbiter.
silly sauce.
How do you throw for 400 yards and only score 10 points?
Ask Blake Bortles. He did plenty.
Man.
Trust me. I've seen it. I've witnessed it.
You already setting yourself up to not lose regardless of how this goes.
Not true. I'm not doing what Colin Cowherd's doing where he's saying he's next Drew Brees and then he's bailing on him before he even plays the game. That's garbage. I'm not doing that. I'm not saying that. I'm not going to do true win, true loss, but I want you to ask me. I don't want you to ask me anymore whether or not the Dolphins win or lose. I want you to ask me the result. And if the result was a positive to a game, we won.
You want me to set it up? You want me to set it up?
Sure.
So if he throws for 350 and they don't win, you're going to be positive.
Depends.
If he throws for 160, if he throws for 350 and they lose, you're going to say, oh, positive, right?
Yeah.
Even though,
Well, maybe, unless it was a garbage time.
If he throws for 150, but they win, then you covered your ass by saying, got the W.
Got the W. Did enough.
That's all that matters.
All you people who were talking about Tannehill manning the ship, all of a sudden Captain Tua comes and does it. You better give props. That's all I'm saying.
Wait, you didn't give Tannehill props.
No. Everybody else is giving him props now all of a sudden. So be equal. Be equal. Okay?
Doesn't Tannehill have one of the best ratings in the league?
Well, ratings, schmatings. What are we talking about here? What is this, a video game? I'm sorry, are we playing Madden? I thought we were playing NFL football, Leroy.
You have found
everybody.
I'm telling you, I have you hooked when one of those hooks with the 8 little hooks on it, and you still wiggle out of it.
No, I just want no.
What kind of jaw do you have, fish?
Listen.
Jeez.
All of a sudden, we were making fun of Hassan Whiteside because he just wanted to get his 2K rating up. Now all of a sudden, you want to come at me with Tannehill's ratings. Okay, all right, that's interesting.
So now we've compared Ryan Tannehill to Hassan Whiteside.